check it out. We are here. This is the third stream on Ableton's Move. I feel a lot better today. I don't feel like I'm completely sick, but I wanted to share some of my jamming experience and some of the fun that I'm having with Move and everything that's happening so far. So last night I spent some time loading my own sounds from sample banks in here because I was just kind of curious what would happen, which means shift, brand new set, brand new blank. We're going to look at a blank set today, and when I go inside of there, I was going to just look at like random sample. So we'll take a pad, right? And then I'm going to go in and change that. And we're going to go load one of the samples that I put inside a Move. So I say back, and then I'm going to go look user samples, because that's what we're going to look at. And I put a bunch of stuff in here, like vintage drum kits, some of the samples that I made for 4MS, for like Tokyo Modular Fest, and for the sample pack. And then I put some other ones that are like what I considered like basic. Whoa. So that's the fiddle, flute, ensemble. Harpsichord. So they were just real basic sounds I like. Harpsichord, horns, kalimba. Now, this is what my curiosity was. What does the tuner say now that I've loaded in a sample, right? We loaded a sample, so now I'm going to load a tuner as one of my audio effects, because this is where my curiosity has kind of been resting. And then with the tuner, we're going to load the kalimba at C3, and then what we're going to look at is what happens note-wise. So harmonically, that should be an E, dead on. So let's say if I change that to C, which is the original tuning, that is a C note. So harmonic minor would be a minor. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So correctly, if you load in your samples at the key of C, what you're going to notice is the transposition across the board is C, and it is correct. So for like a sample library pack, in this instance, I loaded a kalimba, and we'll load one of my sounds there too. So you touch the pad, click the dial. Oh wait, I'm in note mode, sorry. And I'll go back to the drum. I keep forgetting I gotta like touch the drum because I was actually in a different window. So I'm gonna go back to the slot. I'm gonna hopefully now, yes. So that's the individual sample. The second one in, if you do the farthest left one, it's the entire kit. If you do the second one in, it's the single sample for the pad. And again, I want to go to my sample. So we're in their drums. Okay, so I'm going to go user sample. I go, we're all, and I called it NI stuff because I think it's like a Native Instruments library. And look, I did like a basic sine wave at C. See, so it's in tune. That is correct. So a basic sine wave at C as we load it into Move, and we put it on the pad, and then we make sure that we're in the key signature, and I'm going to go note value, key signature harmonic minor. Well, we want to go major this time because let's just see. And I also could say not in key. We're going to say chromatic. So that is the chromatic step. C is the first note. D, yes. E, F, G, A, B. That's correct. So the tuning is correct when we load into the device at C. So that's just something to be really mindful of. If you take a sample in the Move, very similar to like when I sample with the OP field, I make sure I sample the C note and I play a C so that when I replay the notes stretched across the sampler, everything's in tune, right? So I got a kalimba that I made and that, and let's lay it down on the sequencer now. Do we know how to do that, right? So touch the note, C. Yep, and I didn't pick a tempo, so we could go, and I was playing a lot of techno last night at 150. What's up, heart attack? Right, so we're gonna do 110 today, right? And that kick's no good, so tap, and then, there we go. So you like it, tap. Now if this was too long, like the decay of that one sound, see, you can go to decay, hold down the pad, and let's see. Choke it out a little bit, right? Okay, so now I'm already starting to play around, but we've got the kalimba now, and it's pitched, and we're actually playing it correctly in key, and then we got a hi-hat sound, right? And then so there's my hi-hat, and again, I could shorten that if I wanted to make that sound not as, right, so there's our first scene, and our first clip, right? And it's just the drum. It's cool too because you can kind of see the MIDI notes flashing here, like the notes that you've triggered, right? So the next thing, so now I'm in chromatic, I'm going to touch this, and now I'm going to pick, nice, okay. This is what I told somebody yesterday, that it didn't feel like a push. And the moment I go chromatic, this feels more like a push because you stay within this section. When you're condensed into the rows of 8, I feel like you're not on like an Ableton device. It feels a little different, right? So now I'm going to record the bass. I can just, and I touch the knob to make sure what it is. So now you see red here, and these are all white because there's no automation where there is automation here. So anytime you record, the color changes as well, and that's what will end up happening, right? So I can go do a little resonance change. And I can see those two are red, right? Right. And then let's see. Now, what if I wanted to do one of those E pianos that I just loaded, right? So I'm gonna go template, sampler. Alright, and now I go to the sample itself. Look at me learning with you all. This is great. And now I'm gonna go find, you know, octave up. So I loaded some real basic. Yeah, there we go. Ready? Add delay, remember, touch it, pick the delay you want, and then I think you got like, yeah, dry wet. Alright, and now we're going to go into like playing lead. Let's see. can go look. It's cool because it glows when you haven't loaded yet. So you almost so there's like a sound now. Now, before I do that, the other thing I like to tell everybody that I do is I actually go back to the scenes, and now I'm going to make some movement over. Right, so this scene actually is going to get recorded here, because that's intro, let's call it. That's like where we started, right? So I'm going to say I started there, and then on this pad, the next one down is where I'm going to make the next idea, right? So I got that lead loaded. And there, I'm going to take a pause for a second. So this has happened really fast. I think I've spent, the automation's really quick. It's crazy. And the other side of this is also like, finding a sound doesn't take very long. I thought that was going to be something that hindered me, this little like screen and looking. I don't know if everybody's noticed how fast I found sounds, even loading my own e-piano and my own sound. Like that took me no time at all, right? So let's look at how I'm going to do this recording. It's going, and I can see the bar moving here. And the idea in my head is I just know where the chords are. So I'm going to do my recording. 4, 3, 2. Oh, there we go. And what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 8 bars long, right? I think 16 is maximum. We should test that today to see if that's the truth or not. Yeah, we'll take a look here in a moment. Right? I'm gonna go back here, copy. Right? And I want to alter this one. What the? I think I accidentally copied stuff to the wrong spot. Yeah, because you can copy the wrong MIDI to places. Trust me, I've already done that before. I accidentally copied MIDI like diagonal, so that was the screw up. Okay, I cleared this one, and now there's no drums. Right. And now I want a click because if I'm going to do drums on the next take, right? Let's make sure. Yep. Now I'm going to do my next drum take. And we need a ride cymbal here for me. Alright. So, looking for a ride. And let's go, ride. Yep, they have a category. There we go, I like that one. So now I got to... Now I'm ready. And now this is like my chorus, I joke. Pretty crappy take, but let's see how. I'm going to add ride cymbal in a minute. In my kalimba take, right? Alright, this time let's pretend we wanted to start from the beginning of the bar because we were like, no, I want to come in from the beginning. The last 2 times I came in halfway, I knew where I was at while I was playing, so I could like see where I started and where I ended. So a lot of times I'm looking at these little squares to tell me where am I as I'm doing this process, right? So now if I hit record here, it's going to give me a count in. for the ride, which is kind of lame. It's a little loud in the mix. So if you hold it down, volume, wait for the line. So I just, yeah, there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to copy this over. And I'm going to get rid of, yeah. And now the other thing is I'm going to play a new beat here. I'm going to copy this stuff over. So the new beat's going to come up. 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. I'll try to do a swing in here now. Let's see if I can do a shuffle pattern over this. So I can undo that, like that was just terrible. Yeah, that's how I go. Undo. Your buddy, right? And here too, I can modify the notes I played, right? Like what if we were getting bored of that? And this time I was just doing C minor. So if I go here and I go here, yeah, it'll show me, but I want it in key now. Because I play a little better because I'm not as good as my friends are. Keep some of my friends. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my bass now. So we're going to say no, right? And same thing. We're going to go here now. Because I was in A minor, so I'm changing. Let's see. Let's definitely do that, because then the whole song will stay in that same key. So that's my bad. I was actually playing in A minor. Look, I'm fooling myself now. It's kind of like a funny joke. So yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So now, if I want to go back. So now I'm going to just kind of go back to that. Look at me already thinking. Oh, and capture usually doesn't work for me, so we're not going to do that. We'll just record 1, 2. Messed up, it's okay. I mess up a lot. I mean, you're gonna have that, right? So see, even if I messed up there, right? Right? It's okay. That's what you learn. You're like, okay, clear it again. Go back to the page. 3, 2, 1, and. Uh-oh, I know what's up now. Check it out, we're going to do. This is where the aftertouch is really cool, right? So, in this moment, yeah, and that's like, you're basically going to get this idea that that repeat note and the aftertouch it's picking up the way my velocity's moving, right? Another really important part about this, right? The aftertouch, the way the pads feel, you can hear that in the playing, right? It's crazy that it picks that up, right? So the touch as well, right? So now I'm going to go back to the clip. I think I have one more to go. And this is where I can do that last part, right? Now I should be on that, yeah. Okay, so now this is where I play over that. Now the arpeggiator like fights itself, right? You catch that trick, right? And it's crazy because what? We went from that's what we started with, right? And see, we went across all the way. So that was, again, how we made a jam start to finish. I mean, that was pretty crazy, right? The idea that when we're copy and pasting across, it's always this one and you're picking your clips, right? Now, the one thing I don't know if it's true or not, and I think I'm starting to notice this because, yeah, so it's not playing the repeated notes there. So the cool thing is if you turn on the repeat notes on the back side of the tracks, it doesn't mess up these ones, like to do, you know, arpeggiating as well. So I like that that repeat note's actually recorded onto the grid. And there was a comment in the Discord that I had read, and the comment was, on a step, can I repeat a note, right? Just like any of us in Elektron world, we know that's like retrig this step over and over. Like I want to take this step and I want to repeat it, right? Right now, it's not possible. Like when you change the grid, it's like it seemingly messes that up. But someone wasn't like talking about the retrig function, or the repeat function is what it's called inside of the move. All right, so we're gonna go to another song. I'm gonna make a new one. Right? Wow, it's crazy. The 28th set that I've made inside of this so far. You know, so it's a lot, right? And then the idea that, let's say, I'm running another track, right? And again, if I just lay down, you know, a couple, right? So that's just so quick, you know, you just make a drum beat, right, really fast. And then the other idea was what? What I was saying is like the repeat. Like, I don't make trap, but like, okay, so that sounds pretty noticeable, right? But what happens if I do the repeat, right? And what if I turn that up? So I can do tricks like that, right? Hopefully, let's see what happens, right? 2, 3, and... So you can, right? Did you catch that? So, and you can keep undoing too. I've kind of been careful of how much I over. Yeah, see, I got rid of it. So you could do repeats almost like a retrig, and you would have to use the repeat function inside of the drum group, right? So it's something you can do if you use music that makes a lot of that kind of sound, right? I just don't know if I do that, right? I definitely wouldn't use that, I would say. So let me see if I have like a drum, and let's pick like an effects hit. What was it? Miscellaneous percussion. I want something like that, yeah. All right. And if I want to repeat that sound, I want to see. I wish it like did it and, you know, like rolled different velocities as you did, you know what I mean? I guess so far. You can do it. Can do it in time. So let's, I wonder, what is it, the duplicate one? Which one's duplicate? That. Then you go over and you. Oh, just plus. All right, I missed that one. That's okay. We're gonna go here, and it made. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's duplicating it up here. So I mean, that roll function. I don't know if I'm so into it right now. It's definitely not like retriggering in the world that I'm used to. You know what I mean? So I would say that's something to be careful about. You know what I mean? And that they always load that one, man. It's super weird. They're really into the Oracle one. It has, yeah. You can get it pretty 303 or 380. 303 just need delay all the time. Anyone who doesn't put a delay on it, I think is sacrilegious. Yeah. And then when I lose it, let's see. Yeah. That means they didn't do a saturator on it, is that right? Yeah. super weird. Super duper weird. So that was going really, really far with it, which I'm sure you're going to notice it's going to do that from time to time. That last sound, the one sound a little... This one brings out so much weird like ambientness to the track that I think sometimes as you're writing, you're going to find some of these presets that they either preload for you or, you know, it's not always going to be like, I don't know what the word is. It's part of just like kind of going with whatever they throw at you. And I really do want to show some of the, just like the flow pattern, because I don't know if people are realizing, you know, how this is going to unfold for them or how they would make music with it. And maybe that's more what I'm exploring right now, is showing everyone like, you know, like how fast this part just happens, right? And again, I keep going to like new things. I'm not trying to like do the same style or, you know, and when I give you these examples, that's all they are. They're just very simple examples. I hope everyone's kind of seeing some of the features that this kind of does. I hope that everybody's kind of enjoying like the simpleness of the jams too. The other thing, I think it's taken me a moment, and I don't know if anybody's noticed this, I keep looking for a home button or a back button or like somewhere that I should be. And I think like after I go in and I put an effect on something and play with that, if I go back and touch a track like that, I think you come back to the overview of the main part of the track. That's like the quickest way to go from, instead of having to push the jog wheel and turn something, I'm someone that likes to like, oh, I'm going to go back to the page, you know, like, so like say I was editing the saturator for the reverb or for the drums. I think if I just touch that real quick, I'm back on the kit. Does that make sense? Like, it's that fast. So if you were like, I'm going to play with the reverb, and I'm on reverb right now, and I want to go right back to the drum kit, you would think to mess with this knob, which would take 2 clicks, instead of going 1 click. Does that make, you know? So I keep finding these like little shortcuts that seem to help me, and I don't know if it's something that's going to help everyone else, but if you were like 4 pages deep and somewhere, you know, and you're just like, I want to go back to the kit, That's what you do. You hit the track button. Even if you're on that track, you hit that button, and it'll go back to the buttons or the main control for the overview. That seemed to be like a big moment for me. The other thing that really, the Shift 7, making sure this pad's on all the time when you're in the drums, the 16 pitches on, that was another big thing. And then I guess the last thing is always knowing that, like, when the metronome's on, even when shift's not on, you can see that light. When the metronome's off, same with the repeat. Do you see that? You know, like, or the full velocity and the repeat. If those are all on, do you see how they stay on? And if they're off, they stay off. That's a big mental thing, because if you were performing, you wouldn't want the metronome as part of the sound. So you would want to make sure that's off. And the other side was like, before you play anything, you want to know if full velocity is on or off. Because when I'm playing the drum pads, when I did that ride cymbal trick, full velocity would not allow me to do that. So this full velocity is another, I think, pretty important piece of this move puzzle, right? And there they go with classic, my buddy, Classic 707. Man, it's one of my favorite kits. It always makes me feel like Miami Vice. What if that decay was too long, right? You got it here. Yeah, a little bit better, right? I swear the damn article. Oh. Oh, God, that's nasty. Okay, we're going to go there. And then we're going to pick a new key. So we're going to pick B minor, yeah. Ooh, I already like it. I think it's caught, is it? I don't know if I like that. Let's go to me making one of my own sounds again. Yeah, so we're gonna pick one of my samples. Yeah, flute. Let's do my flute. Oh man. And the sampler, did you catch that? Polyphonic. Well, I think everyone sees where this is kind of leading. So, another day with Move. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. I think it's time for me to make some more tea and relax and try to get some rest because I got to go to work today. But yeah, I wanted to show everybody again the ease and kind of what I've learned in just like workflow, I guess. And yeah, we made like 3 songs today together, which was a lot of fun. And you know, the idea that at least you're mindful of what I'm showing everybody at the bottom too when you have certain things turned on or certain things that you're looking at. We talked about samples today, that when you load them in at C, at C, they actually are in key with everything. That was something else I wanted to test out. And yeah, from there, hopefully everybody's having fun with Move right now. If anyone has any questions or needs any help or anything like that, I am on Ableton Discord with Move. And I'm also hanging out in the Discord for the Pittsburgh Ableton user group. If you need an invite to that, you can email me, joseph.pailo@gmail.com. And you can go to outofthebag.org if you need to contact me with questions, or you want to do a Move session, like a lesson with me or something, or whatever, you know, like any help you need. I'm thinking the next session I want to do is going to be Move with Ableton Live. So maybe like, the thing that's made me super hyped, and it might be super weird to most people, but I think it's the coolest part about this, is that when I plug this into Ableton, I actually start using Ableton like I'm on Move. So like a 4-track, I hurry up, I don't like sit and look for things, I just throw things in kind of as fast as I can. So the object of the game here, I think that Ableton's getting at for anyone, is that when you start connecting this with your session alive, it should still keep you in like a focused mode. And I have found that it's done wonders for me creating and like jamming out and making music. So I'm going to say that, yeah, the next stream I want to work on is going to be me showing everybody Move with the computer as well. You know, some of these last jams were super funny, showing everybody the way that I copy and paste things. I know there's a different way to duplicate stuff because I'm accidentally hitting duplicate, and it's just like if I'm working on a clip and you hit it, I think it just moves you to the next one, right? So let's like, I know this is blank, right? And if I hit this button, no, there's nothing in it. Right? So let me go back, pretend I'm making a clip. Yeah, so now that's a clip. And if I'm here and I hit duplicate, yeah. So I mean, you can just keep, you know, if you're on the track, you hit that button, it just moves it for you, you know, and then you can like change the bass sound. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody for watching today and anybody who's been putting up with my goofy music making. But yeah, I think the thing to appreciate with Move is how fast we can make music with it. I think the size is great. The battery so far, I've used it most of the morning. I think I'm on 48% right now. So yeah, I mean, it's been a really good time. So yeah, like I said, if anybody needs anything, let me know. Take care.